Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, all my lovelies.
From the west coast of Ireland. Right, the weather's taken a turn for the worse, so we've decided we're going to do something a little bit different whilst we're waiting for the rain to stop.
Yeah.
We've been tagged. There's something going around, and I think it's called something like the Vanlife Challenge. We've been tagged by Ant's Vanlife.
Yeah.
Check his channel out. I've been subbed to him for a couple of years now, and I personally like him. He's not everybody's cup of tea. He tells you as it is. There's a bit of swearing in there, but he's a really, really nice lad. So he's tagged us, and it's 10 questions we've got to answer about our life living in a motorhome stroke van. I think these questions were made for people with vans originally, weren't they?
Yeah, because we don't get to choose the questions.
No.
So we just got to answer what's written down.
Yeah. So we've got 10 questions. We'll quickly answer them, and then we have to tag somebody else. Okay? So question number 1, this is very easy to start with. What's the make and model of your van? Well, it's not a van, it's a motorhome, and it is...
It is a Heimer Tramp T698 CL.
Okay.
Yeah.
Question 2. How long did it take to build for your van build?
Van build. Yeah.
Right, that doesn't apply to us because it's a motorhome.
But we'll try and answer it in a different kind of way.
Yeah, go on then.
We'll try and answer it maybe in the sense like how long did it take us to maybe choose our van?
Yeah.
We could answer it like that.
How long do you reckon? 6 months minimum?
6 months minimum to choose our particular van to our specifications.
Specifications.
Yeah, that's the one.
Specifications. Yeah, when you get in a van, it's not just about getting the money and going and buying one. There is millions of different kinds and layouts. So that was the hard part for us. Getting the right layout for the right price. And the right age of van.
For the right needs. For the
right needs.
Yeah.
It was really mind-boggling. It was quite hard. It got to the point we ended up just going to a show, and I think we decided, going to the show, we're not coming away without a van.
But it turned out to be perfect anyway.
Yes. We knew this van was going to be there.
Yeah.
And this is the one I think we thought we were going to come away with. And we did. Question number 3 is...
What's our favourite place to stay?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Now, this could mean a lot of things, couldn't it?
It
is
could,
it your favourite village, favourite town, favourite country?
Favourite car park?
Favourite view?
So we're going to do it in our way, how we want to do it.
So, do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
I'm going to go by my favourite place, which was Cong. C-O-N-G, in Ireland. That is my favourite place. It was full of history, full of film locations from the Quiet Man film.
Yeah.
A lovely walking trail you can go on. It just had everything. It wasn't motorhome friendly at all, but if you parked, I think it was about 1.5 miles out of Cong, where we did, and then just walk the trail into Cong, spend the day, spend a few hours there.
We've actually done a video though on that, guys. Get over and watch it.
Yeah, get over and watch that video. So for me, the favourite place is Cong. The favourite places are Ireland and Scotland. But
oh, do I get to say?
Yeah, you go for it.
So mine definitely is Cong again. But well, obviously Kilrush, but apart from Kilrush, Cong and Kilrush in Ireland. But then if we had to say country, it's definitely weighed up between Ireland and Scotland, isn't it?
You still got a big soft spot for Scotland, haven't you?
I have massive soft spot for Scotland.
I think the views wise, we've woken up in far better places in Scotland, haven't we?
Yeah, not that there's nothing wrong here.
No.
No, just Scotland, you just can't beat it. So question 4.
The worst place you've ever stayed?
For me, Kent.
No, it could only be Kent.
Yes.
We hated it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Simply because it was full of dogging sites.
Just not because of that, though. Just, for me, it was everything.
Well, there was dogging sites.
There was.
Dodgy people in the laybys. We just picked the wrong laybys, I suppose, the wrong places to stay.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was nice places in Kent, like Dover. We enjoyed Dover Castle area.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was our worst holiday, if you like, if you'd like to call it a holiday. As worst trip, Kent.
Kent.
Question 5. How many people have you had in the motorhome at once?
I can't really think of... The only thing I can think of is the 3 of us. Me, you and my little JD.
Yeah.
But we've all not 3 of us slept in here yet. So it's
overnight, just 2 of us.
Just the 2 of us overnight, yeah.
We've got a big double bed here.
Yeah.
So if there's any couples out there who want to share it with us.
Your mum and Mick wants to come with us, don't they?
Yeah, we've just never had anyone in it, have we, really?
No.
I think the reason being, we do tend to do our own thing. We don't go to many meetups or anything like that. When we do, they've got their own van.
Yeah.
Or motorhome. And we don't tend to be around, whereas family is for them to stay with us anyway.
It would cater, though, on that note. We could say, though, it would cater for definitely 4, maybe possibly 5, 6
Maybe.
people.
Not sure.
Yeah.
We're not even sure if this turns into a bed on the bottom here.
Don't know.
Might do. So just 3.
So on to number question 6. I think Dan can answer this one. Any fan disasters?
Van disasters, dozens, but only one real one, which was when a woman hit the front of her van in the middle of the night. She was driving a van and she just drove into it.
Yeah.
So not much damage done, but a nightmare of a night, wasn't it? That really spoiled everything for us.
Yeah.
And other disasters, it's just little things like...
Let's talk about when we first got the van and you put a hole in the back of it.
Yeah, I reversed into a fence and put a hole in the back. I've scraped the side and knocked the bumper off.
Yeah.
I've scraped down the side of a bin and left a big scratch down the side here. It's all little things and they do happen, but I think we've got to the stage now. We've just learned, look, the van is never going to be pristine forever.
No.
Things like this happen. Everyone with a motorhome has little blips, if you like.
I've become to realise to what the van's bringing us as a couple, and it's bringing us so much enjoyment and a beautiful future ahead of us, that to worry about being in a bong is irrelevant.
I think, a disaster would be if the van stopped working.
Stopped us from having a roof over the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
or it
would
broke
be a
down
disaster.
or something like that, but we've not come across that yet.
No.
Fingers crossed. Touch wood, Madison.
Touch
some wood.
There's loads of wood in here.
Question number 7. Favourite feature of the motorhome?
Oh, for me, it's definitely got to be the island bed with the ensuite and literally just having your own bedroom, so you haven't got to make that space up every night.
Well, we do. We don't have to. You have to just pull the
I
bed out.
make the bed in the morning.
Yeah, you have to make the bed and stuff. But yeah, it is fantastic.
It is. And yeah, I wouldn't be without it. I wouldn't choose a different fan layout if I had to get another one.
I didn't want that originally, but I have to admit it is fantastic for sleeping in. I still want a smaller van. I always have done. I'll never change my mind on that one.
Maybe one day.
But yeah, it's the bed's very good.
And what's your favourite feature?
I would say the garage. I do like the size of the garage. It is massive. It's bigger than most people's sheds in a house. It's brilliant.
It's like your man cave, isn't it?
It is my man cave. It's a shame it's always full of rubbish. Second toilets full. Literally rubbish.
Well, that's what
leaks,
the garage
mould.
is for, isn't it?
But yeah, I do love the garage. We don't have much in as cupboards within the van. Most things are just in the garage. It just holds so much.
On to question 8. What's your favourite part about van life?
Shall I go first on this one?
Yes.
For me, it's getting to see things I wouldn't get to see normally. For example, if you go on a holiday to Spain, all you get to see is what's around that resort within 10 miles. And that goes with any holiday, really.
Yeah.
Even a car holiday, you're limited, aren't you?
Yeah, because you always have to get back to the
your
hotel
hotel or
and
whatever.
stuff. Yeah.
With this, you get to see things you wouldn't get to see. And, wow, I've been lucky enough, even before you came along.
Yeah.
I've done it for about 10 years now. I've managed to just travel around and see amazing, amazing sights. So for me, it's seeing things.
Yeah, but you never had a fan before me.
Yeah, but I did pretty much live out of a car and travel, didn't I?
Yeah, you did, yeah.
So for you, what
For me, I think it's a lovely way of living. I know it sounds really corny, but I love it.
That's too corny, Mazzy. Pick something else.
Well, I do. I love the way of living. There's another one that sometimes if you're a bit exhausted, you've been travelling for 2 hours and you're pulling over for a toilet stop, you can put the kettle on. Make a quick bacon butty.
Yep.
To have that facility on hand, it's just...
It is good. You come out of a supermarket and you can make a bacon butty in the car park.
Yeah.
That is really good. So 2 questions to go. Number 9, What is the worst part about van life? And I think we both agree on this, so I'll let you answer.
Yes, it's the cold.
Especially in the morning.
Yes.
But for you, it's all day, isn't it?
Yes. Night time. I'm cold in here all day long.
The problem is, you can stay warm. That's not a problem if you're willing to use all your gas. But we found out if you put heating on just for 20 minutes, half an hour every morning, your gas canister will be empty within a week.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, the gas will last for maybe 6-7 weeks.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't make sense. Unless it's a very cold, icy morning, we don't put it on, do we?
We try and avoid it, but yeah.
You know, you've got clothes, just put coats on and things.
It's almost
it
like
works.
We're becoming immune to it now. We get used to it.
And on top of that, it's been a very mild winter anyway this time, hasn't it?
Yeah, so far.
Now
Touch wood again! Touch wood again!
I think I've only seen ice 2 mornings this winter. That's
really?
it. That's it.
Yeah. And last but not least, any tips for people wanting to start van life? Would you like to answer this?
For me, is don't be scared to do it. I remember when we were first going to do it, I was thinking, I'm not going to be able to drive something that big.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to do it. You were thinking, I don't know if I can live in something like that 24/7 all the time. Don't be scared to do it. Just give it a try. You never know. You only live once. And you've got to take chances in life. And it's worked for us. Might not work for you, but if it doesn't, you can always leave van life. You know, you're not tied to it. So that's for me. Don't be scared. Just do it.
But at least give it a go. And that would then bring on to my answer. My tip would be definitely 100% try before you buy. Because if you're sinking which they're quite a lot of money fans, which it doesn't matter which you get. Just try before you buy. Hire something, borrow something. It's like Dan was saying earlier about he'd like to go smaller. And if we did, I would definitely want to try that before we did that.
If you go to any dealer, they will let you have it for a weekend to try it out, I'm pretty sure. If they think they're going to get a sale, they'll let you take it to the Lake District or something for 2 nights. So yeah, try before you buy. That's good advice.
Yeah.
So I think that's it. All 10 questions answered. Thanks, Ants Van Life.
Thanks, Ants Life.
And we now have to tag someone. So I've literally gone down the comments to the first person with a motorhome name.
Yeah.
And come across Pamela and Johnny Motorhome Adventures. So you are now tagged. You have to answer them same 10 questions. Look forward to seeing your video.
And we'll put their link in their description so people can go on and watch their one too.
I think they've only got about 80 subscribers or something.
That's still good.
Yeah, get over and check them out.
Yeah.
Right, the rain is still coming down, but as soon as it stops, we're going into a castle. We've parked next to a castle with a row of derelict cottages. Quite excited about this, so join us on the next video to see that one.
Yes.
And we'll see you later.
Bye guys, hope you enjoyed it.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Thanks for watching.
Please comment and hit the like button. That helps our channel grow.
If you like what you see, click here to subscribe. Check out this other great video.
And if you really want to show your support, join the club, become a Patreon for extra videos and perks.
The more support we get, the more content we can give. We'll see you tomorrow
on Travel Trolls TV.